Happy Halloween, we got some video game news. Let's talk. What up, viewers? What up, what up? Welcome to the video game news. My name is Calc Soups, and today is Friday, October 31st. Happy Halloween. And that makes it time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. The first of which is the game that I am most excited about, and I've already put a handful of hours in. Arc Raiders launched this week after having a successful kind of open beta 2 weeks ago. And as someone who is desperate for information about where to collect everything and how to level up your chicken, I've got a bunch of guides down below that I'll link to that should help get you started. Talk to you about how you can spend your first few points and where those would do the most generate the most help for you, and also where to collect things. There's a lot of different loot types and stuff that you have to collect, so trying to parse all that could be overwhelming. And so hopefully these guides can help you. I think they're all PC gamer guides, and there's one guide that leads to many guides, and I don't know if there's an official wiki yet or where that is, but I am desperate for more information and I need to know where to find some of these things. So still loving jumping in and collecting some loot, and for the most part, I don't get shot out of nowhere. So excited for people going on mic and saying friendly, and we can just work on killing robots. So I'm really enjoying my time with Arc Raiders, but I need as much information as I can. So I'll leave a link down below for you to get that same information. Another video game that launched this week is Outer Wilds 2. I talked about it last week and how, tinfoil hat moment, the price hike on Game Pass leading to potentially a lot of people buying this game or maybe even skipping it like I am, based on the fact that I don't have it for free in Game Pass yet or anymore. It did get an 83 Metacritic. A lot of the articles I've read were talking about how it is a lot more of the same. I think that's all they really need to do. In the grand scheme of things, I think Outer Worlds 1 was pretty short, so with only a handful of places you can go. So as long as they kind of built that up and expanded on what was already there, I think it'll be received pretty well. And 83 Metacritic is overall pretty positive, so hopefully a lot of people are picking that up and playing that. Battlefield Shadow dropped. I had no idea that this was coming, although I'm not as tuned into Battlefield news as some of the other people who are probably playing Battlefield 6, but Battlefield RedSec is a free-to-play battle royale that dropped this week, and so a lot of people have been hopping into that. They're kind of pulling like an Apex Legend where you don't really talk about it and then all of a sudden it's out. So interesting to see that, and there's lots of articles talking about just how well this is going, and I assume they assume the same Battlefield 6 people are also going to be hopping into this, and maybe even a few more of the friends who didn't pay for Battlefield 6. So interested to see what's going on there, but I'll have a link down below for you to check that out. We have to bid goodbye to another, massive company shutting down a games as a service games. The MMO New World released its final expansion this week. There was a lot of heartfelt feelings put into some of the stuff that's hidden around New World for people to go find out. The devs really poured their heart and soul into it, but Amazon is shutting it down. The servers will still be up through the end of 2026, so people can still play this for over a year from now, but there will be no more expansions or updates heading forward. So unfortunate. I know a lot of people who were still playing New World, few and far between, but some people I know are still playing it, so that is unfortunate. Another one bites the dust. Capcom got itself in some hot water a couple months ago when they talked about making the Street Fighter World Tournament pay-per-view. And this week they doubled down on that. They said that they're still going to move forward with this. I'm very curious who they're I'm curious what the previous audience numbers were, but also the people willing to pay $20 or $30 to watch a Street Fighter tournament feels like a very small market. Curious, what the decision was, but Capcom's full in. This is gonna be pay-per-view if you want to watch it live. So we'll be interested to see how that one pans out. Justin Bieber is on Twitch now, and is kind of breaking all the rules for what Twitch can be. He just turns on a camera and doesn't interact with his chat at all. And just kind of gives people an unvarnished look into his life. Some of which where he's just playing basketball in front of a screen. Sometimes he's just hanging out with the homies. Sometimes he's producing music. And so just giving people a look into his life and not really interacting with them at all, which is pretty interesting. But which is not what you would think would be successful on Twitch. But yeah, I don't know kind of what's going on there. I don't know, but breaking all the rules and yeah, giving people kind of a glimpse into what his day-to-day life looks like is interesting. So yeah, if you want to see the Justin Bieber Twitch streams, I'll have a link down below for that. Everyone's favorite Zelda game is getting committed to vinyl. That's right, Breath of the Wild. I know that you sickos were thinking Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time is my favorite. But Breath of the Wild, its whole soundtrack is being committed to vinyl for $200. A little bit pricey. I know how vinyl prices can be. But yeah, all of, it's a great game with a great soundtrack. So I could see them getting that kind of money for it. So if you want to check that out, I'll have a link down below for that. The Thief series is coming to PSVR in December. You can be a first-person thief running around the shadowy back streets as Garrett, and yeah, it actually looks really interesting and fun. Again, I still don't have a VR headset, even though I'm really jazzed about the VR industry, as it relates to gaming. But yeah, it's coming to PSVR in December. I like the Thief games, so is this the one? Probably not, but yeah, it looked interesting, so let me know if you pick it up, what you think of it. We all have that friend who's kind of mistranslated something and like gotten it tattooed on them. But what if you did it to a video game? A developer, ironically named Fix-A-Bug, localized their video game. It's a dungeon crawling game, and in Japanese translated to Shitty Dungeon, which had its viral moment, got a lot of wish lists, and yeah, ultimately is looking like it's turning out to be a success based on a hilarious misunderstanding from the Get Out. But yeah, if you're in Japan, check out Shitty Dungeon. Very funny mistranslation. I know that's I've even being in the industry, like there's always that price discrepancy or something like that. You screw up the pricing, you screw up the naming. It's just kind of something that happens in the games industry from time to time, but seems to be working out for them, those Fix-A-Bug developers who make Shitty Dungeon. Last but not least, PlayStation is turning its old mascot into a TV show. Netflix came out saying that they're going ahead with a Crash Bandicoot TV series. Should be fun to see kind of Crash run around doing his zany stuff. I don't quite know what the plot of like any Crash game is. I've only like played, halfway through one of them, but yeah, I'd be interested to see what kind of story they're telling in the Netflix series. I could be a little bit harsh. I feel like Netflix is like constantly greenlighting things and using video game IPs to kind of like, hopefully get some of their subscribers. Maybe Netflix isn't doing as bad in my head as I think they are, but yeah, a Crash TV show for all of you Crash Bandicoot fans coming to Netflix. And that's it for this week. Let me know if you feel I forgot anything down below in the comments. I hope you have a safe and wonderful Halloween. I hope you have a super day. I hope you have a super weekend, and I hope you have a super day. Bye!